Welcome back to another 3 Bourbon Years. This week, we have a very special friend in the house with us tonight. Probably one of the hardest to find bottles we have, right?
It's one of the hardest slappingest bottles I've ever had in my life.
It's like Old Forester birthday bourbon.
Kinda.
Literally like same level as that.
15,000 of them.
Same
made?
level.
This hangs out with the big boys.
Oh yeah.
What is it, Taylor?
Four Roses limited edition. This is the 2022 batch, so we're just a year late, but no big deal. We had to win this in a raffle. In fact, our boy here ended up getting pulled in at a very high number in a raffle in order to buy this.
50th.
Yeah, like not very high, surprisingly low in order to snag this bottle, but he still got it. But this is the limited edition 2022 batch proof. Sorry, it's not batch proof.
Barrel proof.
It's a barrel proof product, but it's a
barrel strength. Barrel strength bottle.
It's a barrel strength bottle. We're looking at 54.5% alcohol.
Nice.
109 proof.
Yeah.
In this one, there is 14, 15, and 20-year-old whiskey. So 14 being the youngest.
Lord.
Yeah, it's a
Your
bunch of
youngest
those different
whiskey is
yeast strains.
14.
I can't remember what yeast strains off the dome.
And guys, guess what? It's a Four Roses.
Right.
Historically, the brand that does nothing outside of their small batch, single barrel select.
The only
or
stuff
whatever,
you should ever be
small
buying
batch
from
select.
them are the single barrel proofs.
Yes.
Or these
Or
guys.
this stuff. Yeah.
So,
And how many were made of this? 50, there was 15,000?
15,600
Yeah,
of them.
so
apparently.
That's actually insane.
Birthday bourbon makes 11,000, I think, a year.
That's
This
insane.
is 15.
So this is incredibly rare whiskey.
By the way,
Very limited, dude.
to put it into perspective, Midwinter Night's Dram did how many last year?
That's good.
Did Midwinter Night's Dram have, what was it?
150,000.
They did 150 last year. They did 190 this year.
109, yeah.
They did almost 200,000.
They increased it.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show you like what we're working with here.
I don't want to spill a drop of this.
This bottle.
Holy smokes.
So when we as they're geeking here, I'm gonna talk about this. When we went to Bourbon Fest, okay, it's a huge raffle with a bunch of bottles, and everyone earns their tickets.
Cheers.
And they get picked at random.
On the other side.
He got picked like 50th, and for some reason this bottle was kind of hiding.
By the way, hold on. Mitch had his nerdy clipboard.
Oh, I had a clipboard with cats on it and stuff. I was probably looking like.
But you ever go to a raffle and there's a guy standing with a clipboard of all the bottles they have listed?
That's this guy.
I'm gonna count. I'm sorry.
We love it because we know what's available.
Exactly.
What isn't
I don't
in this
love it.
raffle.
I hate it because I know
He hates
He's
on
embarrassed.
it, but then guess what? When we
not
get there, he's
embarrassed.
like, "What's on the list?"
I'm not embarrassed. I already know what I'm gonna.
Right,
I can look at them in a matter of a minute.
That's
and
besides the
understand
point.
What I'm gonna buy.
This bottle was like 5 or 6 for you.
Yes, it was
We got
ranked in the
picked.
top 5.
We don't know exactly when we got picked because we weren't keeping count, but we were thinking like 40 or 50.
It was at least round.
You went up there. We didn't. I don't think we did. We know this was up there.
No, we
I
thought
don't.
it was
So
gone.
No,
because you
I
came
crossed
back-
it off
you came
'cause
back
I
with the
assumed it was
cheesiest little
gone.
smirk on your face. He came back and he was like,
No, you and I heard Four Roses Limited was
Yeah, you look
taken,
at me
and we're
like,
like,
"He
no
just took
way.
it." Yeah.
Was that him?
yeah.
And then you come back like, oh.
And by the way, I will say I didn't know the value that this bottle had going into that event either, right? Because
No.
it's so rare. I've heard nothing about this. You guys were like, that's important. We
As
gotta
soon
get
as you
it.
came back with it, I'm like, no way, dude.
And-
You have no idea. You just scored a top 5 bottle.
Might have been one of the best.
I mean,
questions
it's
ever.
literally up there with WLW, like
No,
some of the
it's-
top whiskey
It's right
out
up
there right now.
It's the same style stuff. $180 retail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is,
You're gonna pay for it, but honestly, when you're looking at 14-year, 15-year,
And you're
20-year-old
and Four
whiskey,
Roses, who's a legendary distillery. I mean, they're top of the line.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
cat's pajamas.
you're gonna pay for it.
oh my.
Let's just say that.
Let's get in the nose.
The nose. It's potent, dank, basement, nutty,
Top 5 nose. Like when
caramel, powdered sugar.
in the dictionary, when you look at mature bourbon aroma,
This is it.
this is it. Like this tells you everything you need to know. Like this is upper echelon.
It's wild.
Some high quality.
What's
shit
crazy
we're
is
talking
you
about.
literally.
High-quality stuff.
I'm willing to bet that if we talk to anyone who's been big into whiskey, as soon as you go, there's like a tier system,
Yeah.
and as soon as you
So
hit
totally S tier.
that top tier,
S tier.
the top tier whiskey hits that like dark, just well balanced nose that
Yeah.
you can just immediately the second you nose it, you're
put
just
this-
like, this is gonna be amazing.
You
I
put
mean,
this in a lineup of 10 whiskeys, you're gonna go, This
Oh,
one right here, I don't know what it is, but just take it.
Yeah, you're gonna smell it and go.
Yeah.
You could tell it's
That's the one.
aged, it's balanced, it's got like some oakiness to it, it's got some sweetness to it.
While carrying the unique Four Roses profile. This smells like nothing else.
And it's
on the market.
54%. It's not, you know, a watered down or anything.
So what?
It's
Sorry.
barrel strength, you know, but
Yeah.
it's so old, right? Like I don't know, you're gonna
This
get rid of
has.
some water in there. And
If you could describe like
Evaporation.
Scotch qualities, but American and not peaty,
this would be it.
that's what this
Right,
is.
yeah.
Like it's dark, it's rich, a lot of like rich woody
Very
flavors.
woody.
I won't even say like oak. I just get like you walk into a lumber store.
It's fresh.
Yeah.
It's just a fresh.
It's like
lumber
fresh
yard.
cut pine with like, so I would say it's like a wood shop that's cutting fresh pine, sitting next to like a bakery of like donuts, and then right next to that is also like a sweet shop that sells ice cream.
Yeah.
And so if you combine like all of that, like vanilla,
That's actually
caramel,
spot
fresh cut pine, and just all that.
And a hint of, there has that mature like cherry.
Yeah,
profile
and there's like a
too.
tiny little, it's a cherry on top of that sundae.
Yeah.
That just,
It's so good.
all right, guys,
Should we
let's do it.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Oh my. He's leaving the room.
That one video. Oh!
Oh, it's so good.
That is
Right here. This is what I get.
no, that's literally it's
I get a deep shoulder rub.
it's massaging my bowels as it goes down.
Oh, dude.
My entire bowels have been just masseused on their way down.
You're making this less enjoyable.
This brings a tear to my eye.
Oh, dude.
This brings like a fake movie set teardrop to my eye.
It's like the most potent, like soaked oak, like charred
Soaked.
oak,
Yes.
like a dense piece of
But
like
there's
charred oak that's just like
no-
caramelized and soaked.
There's no bitterness to it.
No,
That's
not
what
at
you
all.
always get is like that kind of tannin.
But not even like a leather shoe dunked in like
Oh,
oak.
put like a
Oh,
put like a
God.
caramelized saturated oak log inside of a leather shoe.
Yes. There you go.
with like tobacco leaves going like
Yeah,
over the
just
top
there.
of it.
It almost tastes finished in a way.
It does, yeah. Like there's like what did they put that in? It's gotta be like triple cast, right? Like
There's some witchcraft going on here.
What's crazy is
Potions.
the ability to like,
Salem.
right? Because we've had a lot of
witches.
We've had a lot of high aged whiskeys and they're all like bitter. And so the ability to like, and I'm sure they're throwing in that 14 and like 15 year
To do that.
to
yeah.
kind of like sweeten up that 20 year, and just the ability to like master that blend to make it so well balanced.
As you were saying that, I looked down. Do these three words not represent this bottle? The
All
first
right.
thing they say: distinct,
All right, yeah,
complex,
definitely.
yet balanced.
All right, well, there it is.
Is that they
Is that-
You know
nailed-
what? It's weird. They say the same thing on a Knob Creek 9 bottle. Like, weird.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a fantastic pour. I mean, talk about a special occasion bottle.
I mean, this is as special as it gets.
We
I mean,
may have mentioned this. I don't know if we did, but off camera we were saying how, as of now, Heaven Hill 17, and then Four Roses Limited Edition 2022 might be the top two bottles that the Bourbonniers have tried. That's saying a lot.
we haven't.
We're not just some
had-
guys.
We haven't owned any. We haven't owned any
I keep saying that.
We are some
BTAC.
guys, though.
We haven't owned any BTAC bottles. We've tried a few.
Yeah, we
I know
tried
at
some
bars
BTAC,
and
yeah.
stuff. And maybe if we get in the right setting, we can kind of gauge it with this other stuff. But
Yeah.
Like off the cuff though.
I
just
don't know.
thinking
it's-
about it, right? Like this beats some like a lot of the BTACs I've tried.
I don't know how the hell you beat this. Like this type of whiskey. I mean, this is top tier.
It's so good.
It's next level. Four Roses, you killed it. I wish we could try your 2023. I wish we would have won.
35th anniversary bottle too.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to be putting my email in every year going forward for this bottle. So hopefully one of us gets lucky one of these years. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, do we have to do a try by tonight in this, or should we just all?
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
We'll drop it. And we're all gonna say
3, 2, 1, buy.
Buy. It's one of the rare videos where you're gonna see all of our names and then buy pop
It's an
up.
automatic.
Yeah, it's
Like,
no question.
Okay, but here is a question though. How much would you pay for this bottle if you saw it, if it wasn't at retail? You paid retail for it.
Well, remember, I'm a keen believer that no bottle is worth over $200. That's been my mantra. I know.
I've moved that to $300.
Okay.
So because of inflation and all the stuff that's going on with whiskey, like
I'm gonna be honest with you.
The needle.
If I saw this bottle on the shelf for $300, I'd buy it.
I think there's 2 bottles
Like in all
as
honesty,
of now that I would spend $300 on.
And this is one of them.
This and Heaven Hill 17.
What about Michter's 10-year rye?
No.
Would
No.
you spend $300
It's
on
frickin'
redemption?
Probably not, because
That's
Whoa.
it's skewed because we know that we can find it for cheaper. That's
But here's the thing: no one would ever charge that much because it's not like that
These boys are
allocated.
slipping.
The Michter's
You said it's the
10-year.
best whiskey you ever tried.
The Michter's
It's up there with this.
Michter's 10-year rye is for sure a 200. I don't know if I could do 250 or 300 for it. I don't know yet.
Couple of Benjis.
Yeah, I don't know.
All I know is I would be willing to probably fork over 300. It would be tough. I would grab it off the shelf and I'd circle the store about 6 times.
But also, what else? would you do?
debating on my account and whether or
What
not
else
I
would
can
you do
it.
for $300? We're
And-
lucky because we would go,
I'd go 250 on it.
but we'd also split this 3
Here's the
ways.
thing: is
Yeah.
That's
there
right.
isn't a whole lot else that I would spend that money on. That would be like I could get 3 different bottles, 3, 4 different bottles for that price.
Yeah, but
None of it would even be in the ballpark of this bottle.
Right.
I mean, this bottle just stands above everything.
yeah. I'm at like 250 on it. Like if I saw it
Yeah.
at the store and it was 250, I would like not even question it. I would buy it.
You wouldn't
Happy
question it at
man.
250.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah, alright.
question it.
You still might for a little more, but it's gonna be a little tougher.
Like
It's not-
$259.99. Yeah, I'm still buying it.
It's still $250. Yeah.
$269.99.
That's that marketing
yeah, it's
scheme.
Still, okay, yeah, Mitch. You know what? You're right in the ballpark with $300.
Yeah, I think anything above 300, I'd probably sit back. I probably still would buy it. But
Last note
Over
is
300.
I can't wait till we all go down to Kentucky because Four Roses has, again, when I went,
I heard it sucks.
there was nothing.
Oh wait, never mind.
There was nothing good to buy there because it was just
No.
3 normal bottles, but the atmosphere is incredible. It's one of the nicest, cleanest facilities and they don't actually distill on site from where they're just like their
oh, they have an
showroom is or
offsite
whatever.
distillery.
Yeah. So, but very cool and fun. It's all Spanish themed and
Yeah,
you know.
I gotta pee. Let's wrap this up.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you guys for watching. Have you tried the 2022? I'm curious to hear. If you had 2023, wish we would have gotten a hold of that one, but just
Precious.
thankful we got this one. Bourbon Ears, top 3 for sure. I mean, easily.
Yeah.
So get your hands on one if you can.
Oh!
Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe down below. We'd love to hear from you down in the comments. What do you think of Four Roses? What do you think of our videos? Do you have any suggestions? Love to hear from you. There's going to be a video popping up right here. Click it. It's going to be awesome. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one.
All for one and one for all.
Cheers.